is the convening of the Cottonwood Mayor and City Council of the City of Cottonwood for presentations of proclamations, awards, and introductions of new employees. So I'm joined today by Vice Mayor Haudegy and Council members Allen, Norman, Pfeiffer, and Henry. Thanks for being here today. So first off is my name is Tim Alinsky, I'm the Mayor of Cottonwood. First off is a proclamation proclaiming February 25th through March 3rd, 2017 as SciTech STEM Week. So whereas the Arizona SciTech Festival is an 8-week celebration of science and technology in Arizona, sponsored by the Arizona Board of Regents, Arizona Commerce Authority, Arizona Science Center, Arizona State University, Arizona Technology Council Foundation, and the University of Arizona. And whereas festival events occur in venues throughout the state and celebrate the importance of STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math, education, and its role in our state's economic growth. And whereas the City of Cottonwood initiated, provided leadership, and collaborated on the first Verde Valley SciTech Festival, March 22 through 29, 2014, which was held at multiple locations in Cottonwood and the Verde Valley. And whereas Verde Valley SciTech Festival partners' joint goal is to showcase the amazing STEM accomplishments throughout our communities and inspire our next generation of STEM enthusiasts and leaders. And whereas a framework has been created and partners throughout the Verde Valley will bring content, venues, events, and promotions to promote STEM. And whereas the Verde Valley SciTech Festival is a success story about rural Arizona relationships, partnerships, collaboration, and enthusiasm, and includes all sectors of the community. And whereas the City of Cottonwood will partner with local municipalities, educational organizations, nonprofits, and businesses February 25th through March 3rd, 2017 for the annual Verde Valley SciTech Festival. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Tim Alinsky, Mayor of Cottonwood, do hereby proclaim February 25th through March 3rd, 2017 as SciTech STEM Week. Thank you. Anybody here to accept this proclamation?
You know, it probably should be Rudy, but he's still working on his CAFR, I'm sure.
All right. Well,
I'd be happy to accept it.
Certainly.
On his behalf.
Certainly.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Good. Okay, thanks. I'll sign it later.
Okay.
All right, next we have a presentation of check from proceeds of Proposition 202 funding to the city from representatives of the Yavapai Apache Nation. I'd like to call forward Chairwoman Winicky, please. Thank you so much for being here today. If you would, take the podium.
So I wanted to say a few words before we start. This is a special occasion for us, and we're very excited to be here. It's a special time for us because, to give you a little history of where we got to this point tonight, 142 years ago, on Tuesday, the Yavapai and Apache people were gathered up and forced to leave the Verde Valley and marched against their will to a place in southeastern Arizona called San Carlos, where we stayed for 25 years. When we came back around the turn of the century and came back into the Verde Valley, we were strangers in our land. And we remember this weekend, which is called Exodus, that time when we left the land of our nativity to go to a foreign place where we had to stay for longer than we wanted to, and a place that was foreign to us, and there were many of our people who died along the way and while they were there. But we also celebrate our return. And what happened was this year, we remapped that trek that we took to San Carlos, walked the whole way, and by virtue of a gift that was given to us for Google, we mapped that. And this weekend, on Saturday, we celebrate, on the other hand, our return to the Verde Valley. We start in San Carlos, and there are many of our tribal members who actually run all night and make it all the way back to the Verde Valley to remember our home, which is very important to us. We celebrate a blessing ceremony in Boynton Canyon, which is one of our most holy places in Sedona, on Saturday morning early, and then we meet all day Saturday and eat and dance and sing and commemorate that time. The reason I'm telling you this is because when we did come back to the Verde Valley, as I mentioned, we're strangers in our homeland. And over the years, as squatters and what we considered, because at one time, we considered all of northern Arizona our homeland. And now we have reservations in Clarkdale and in Camp Verde and in what's called Middle Verde and in Rimrock. And did I get all the places? I think that's it. And Tunley, which is part of the reservation too. And the reason this is exciting to us is because in that time, from my father, who was born in a wickiup on the Verde River, I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a stick house, to where we moved to, many of us moved away from the river into part of what's known as Cottonwood and Clarkdale, into shacks. Over time, we have progressed, and we have progressed until in 2002, there was a referendum for the people of the state of Arizona. And it was passed by a small margin, but it was passed, allowing tribes in the state of Arizona to game. And since that time, thank you very much for those of you who are here and supported that. We have been able to open up a casino and become the largest employer in the Verde Valley. We're, in a few months, getting ready to open up a 4-diamond resort hotel next to the casino, so that even though we're the largest employer in the Verde Valley now, that those numbers will increase. We're grateful for that opportunity. We're grateful for the opportunity to hire people from all of the towns and the cities. But in saying this, in 2002, when we made that proposition, we agreed with the governor of the state of Arizona that we would share our proceeds with the people around us. So we've come, and the reason I bring you this is we've come from very low beginnings in our own minds to now being able to contribute to the towns, to all the towns and the cities, including the county, where that amount that we agreed to contribute in 2002, we equally distribute among all the towns and the cities and the county. And we're happy to do that. We're happy in giving you this history that we have gotten to the point where we can share, and we can do our part, and be a part of this community in a way that we want to be. I want to say that I am very grateful for the opportunity to have established a relationship with the town of Cottonwood, and actually all the towns and cities in the Verde Valley, because it hasn't always been that way. The Indians haven't always been able to stand on equal ground with the towns and the cities, and we are grateful for the opportunity to do that. I want to say to this council and to the visitors here that your Mayor Linsky has been instrumental in forging a relationship with the Yavapai Nation, which I greatly appreciate and respect. And so in saying that, we want to be able to give Cottonwood their share of that Prop 202 edict and present the city of Cottonwood with a check for $18,773.64. I'd like for our council members to come up so that we can introduce them, so that you'll know that they're a part of this. Come up here. Looks like he wants to get we got a photo op here. Come on in, Mitchell. And council members, we want you to be in this too. This is historic.
I was late.
All right. We were late.
introduction of new employees. Okay, great. So I'd like to introduce Glenn Waltrip, new communication specialist. And is it Marie Carpenter will introduce? Okay, great. Please step forward. How are you, sir?
Good.
Please.
This is a new format for me here.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't warn you ahead of time.
It's okay. Mayor Linsky and Council, my name is Marie Carpenter. I'm the manager of the Cottonwood Communications Center, and it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you our newest communications specialist, Glenn Waltrip. Glenn started with us on January 3rd of this year, and he grew up all over the country, as his father was in the Marine Corps. But in 1974, he settled down in southern New Jersey, where he stayed for 38 years. He visited, I think, one time, he said, and really fell in love with this area and has relocated since with his wife, adult daughter, and their newest granddaughter, an infant granddaughter, yes, and they made their home in Cornville. He worked in manufacturing as logistics coordinator for 25 years, but he also brings 17 years of public safety experience to our organization, as he was a volunteer firefighter in South Jersey. Yes. When he relocated, he found a perfect place to do some of the things that he really enjoys, like horseback riding and jeeping and hiking. The scenery's gorgeous and the weather's wonderful.
Can't wait for that new weather.
Yeah, the new weather to come out. When I asked him what he likes best about Cottonwood, he said the entire Verde Valley because of the pace as compared to South Jersey and the people, and of course the scenery. So we're very glad to have him on our team.
Very good. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Would you care to say anything into the mic for the public?
Okay.
No pressure.
I guess you'll just have to get used to the accent. 38 years, even though like Marie said, I did grow up cross country with Dad in the Marine Corps, but 38 years in South Jersey. When I say Utes, I mean young people. Bear with me. I'm sure the officers will get to learn the accent and understand me the way I'm learning to understand this nice little pace.
A little slower.
A lot slower, much more relaxed.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Hi, thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome aboard. Thank you.
All right, thanks very much. So that concludes this meeting, and shortly we'll start our regular meeting.